men truly just need to extend their emotional vocabulary so they can flourish and have meaningful, healthy relationships. But instead, y'all listening to these Kevin Samuel ass and it's leaving you 50 and alone.
What up, family and folks? This is Kevin's Perspective, the perspective that keeps on giving. Back to give another one. If you're new to the channel, like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Now let's get down to the nitty-gritty. You see the thumbnail, you see the title. Let's talk about therapy. Let's talk about why a lot of black men don't go to therapy. You saw the video at the beginning. It was just a clip. We saw her go viral, get fired about a year ago. But not too long after her, there was another therapist that went viral. Nicole Lewis came out saying how she didn't want to have any male clients anymore. She came out as a therapist for black people, then decided to shift into a therapist for only black women. Nothing wrong with that, but she shamed black men on her way out. And not just her, but a lot of other therapists did the exact same thing, especially on Instagram. Which goes into my topic of why a lot of black men don't go to therapy. I'm just gonna be straight up with it. A lot of men don't go to therapy because therapy is catered to women. Point blank, period. There are a lot of therapists that have feministic views and modernistic ideologies and philosophies. So even if he goes to therapy, the therapist already has a bias against him, simply because he's a man and has views of the world differently than she does. Or he. There's a lot of male feminists as therapists as well. And it's like, I get it, because the school teaches you how to navigate in the world that you live in. And the modern philosophy is that we live in a patriarchal society and that masculinity is negative. A lot of therapists graduate school with that mentality. So a lot of men deal with shame more than empathy in their therapy sessions. So then you have therapists like this who come to their sessions with their own philosophies about men and then project it off on him, even though he's coming to you to help him. But then when you have patients that are women, you empathize with them and perpetuate their philosophies as opposed to your own, which in turn hurts them more than it helps them. There are a lot of therapists who have the education to be specialized as a therapist, but still have the mentality of a patient or a client. There are a lot of men who don't go to therapy because their therapists don't like hearing him talk about women in his therapy session, even though those women hurt him. So he gets shamed for his feelings about the women in his life because she already has a bias towards women. He can talk about his father all day or the lack thereof. He can talk about his uncle. He can talk about, his brother. But if he talks about his mother or his ex-wife or his baby mama, whoa, whoa, whoa. What did you do in this situation to contribute to how you feel? Simply put, there's therapists that just don't like men. In this whole gender war anomaly that we have on social media, there are therapists who already picked a side. There's no objectivity or professionalism. Therapists, counselors, coaches who have picked a side. They're not here to help anyone but themselves and their social media pages and their following. And even though some of them have clients from both genders, they only really care about one, but they'll take the money from both. This same therapist was upset because men were questioning her credentials during their introduction and pretty much vetting her. And she felt offended because I guess she feels as though as long as I tell you I'm a therapist, that's all you need to worry about. But then when she makes a post like this, talking about where are all the good men at, that proves the entire point of why they were vetting you. You already had a bias and the men who were talking to you probably picked up on it. So the fact that now you only want to have female clients tells me that you have a certain philosophy that you want to push that men probably would either push against or just wouldn't help you push it. There's too many therapists that want to be influencers. You're not really helping anybody. All you're doing is just throwing out ideals and agendas. This isn't to discourage anyone from going to therapy. You just have to vet your therapist and your counselor and your coach or whoever that you're seeking guidance and knowledge from. But tell me what y'all think, man. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Peace out.